I sincerely say very good morning to you. It's a beautiful Wednesday. It's the 6th day in the month of November in the year 2024. We're alive and well, aren't we? We always thank our God for keeping us alive. But let me tell you the truth. Everything cannot be 100%. You can't be 100% happy. You can't be 100% this, 100% that. God did it that way so that you always know that He Himself is God. So if you're on the other side of the table, which means you're not too happy today, things are not going your way, probably there's one bad news or the other, trust me, everything will still be fine. Everything will be okay. All right? Good morning. You're listening to our live broadcast on a Wednesday morning, right here on Honor 103.5. Broadcasting live from Bodija in Ibadan to wherever you can listen to our local terrestrial broadcast. But we can proudly, boldly tell you that you can get to listen to our broadcast anywhere in the world. Once you know you're getting outside the terrestrial area for Ibadan and you can't get to listen to our signal, all you need to do is pick up your phone. Once you pick up your phone, go to Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, wherever you want to go, you'll get to listen to us and see us loud and clear. You must have this app on your phone. It's called the Radio Garden app. Radio Garden. Download it, go to the search button, and then you type Honor 103.5 FM, add Ibadan to it, and then you get to listen to us. You can get to look at our faces and get to see how beautiful this studio is. I've said it a billion times. No radio station has any studio finer than one we have here. We've had too many people tell us we're even tired of the compliments. There's a real broadcast house. You're listening now to the front burner on Honor 103.5 FM. The front burner comes your way every single Wednesdays and of course Saturdays. On Wednesdays we do it at 10 o'clock in the morning. On Saturdays we'll go a little bit earlier. We do 9 o'clock on Saturdays. I want to say a very big thank you to Kazim. Kazim is the guy in our media house. He's the guy making sure that you get to see us on our social media network. And of course, a big shout out going out to my own boy, my brother. I love him, Israel. He's the one that make you listen to us crispy clear on this show. We'll be back. In case you're tuned in for the very first time, again, we'll say good morning. Follow us on our social media networks or platforms, of course, and of course, like, comment, and share on Facebook. I'm not alone in the studio. They have never, ever failed me. They're always here. For only one thing, they just like to just tell the truth about this country, leadership, and of course, the citizens themselves, and what should be done right. They have found themselves to the studios again. They are sitting right in front of me. If you're on Facebook, I'm sure you'll get to see them right now. You'll be able to know the people that will be, trying to analyze everything we'll be discussing this morning. I've got two of my analysts in the studios with me. You are the third analyst. If you're listening or you're watching, you are my third analyst. So you're going to be part of the show, and you're also going to tell the truth about everything we'll be discussing about this morning. I would like to say a very good morning to Mr. Ofino. Mr. Ofino is a man that knows his onion. Mr. Ofino is a man that gets angry when the truth is not said. Mr. Ofino cannot stand lies for 2 seconds. Mr. Ofino is a man that detests anything that is not done right. That's why I love him. He would rather not talk. But if you let him talk, you might regret letting him talk because he's going to tell you the truth. Mr. Ofino, good morning.
Good morning to you, Mr. Lekan Omoshebi, and thanks for the compliment.
It's not a compliment, it's a fact. Oh, you are shocked. It's just a fact about who you are. It's not a compliment. If I want to compliment you, I'll talk about your dress, your hat. Yes. But what I just said about you is the plain truth of who you are. You can't stand it.
Speaking truth to power has been a natural instinct in me.
I love that. I love
speaking truth to power. Whoever you are, I will speak truth to you. whoever you are,
I
repeat again, whoever you are, I will speak truth to your face.
I love that. Thank you very much for being part of this show all the time. Thank you. And of course, sitting next to him is somebody that loves to say the truth as well. But it's someone that will let you understand why you need to look at the other side of the coin. Everybody cannot sleep and put their heads the same way. He will say, wait a minute, have you looked at it this way? Okay, what? Okay, everybody is saying this. What about this? Maybe it's for the country to move forward. It's for us to do the right thing. Then why are we not looking at it this way? I love him. I wish I can always. I've lost him on this show like twice anyway. All right, but then he's here. You're going to love the way he speaks, and he will let you understand that you think twice to everything. Think twice. Always take a second thought on anything you want to do, and I love him for it. A very pleasant morning to you, Honorable Lawi.
Good morning to you, listener. Good morning to you, Lekomeshebi. According to the program, it's front burner.
The front burner.
And everything that need to be in the front burner need to be talked about.
Yes.
And it need to be watched carefully, thoroughly, and with very dynamic thought. So,
I like that. So we need to actually always be on the round table. There must be a round table.
Of course.
You just don't wake up one morning and just take a decision. It's wrong. I agree with you on that one. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. If you're listening or you're watching us on Facebook, I want to say thank you. Like I said, you're my third analyst. I have two with me in the studio. If you're at work, at home, or in the car, you are our third analyst. We're going to be starting from the United States. For months, it's been back and forth between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. Now the time has run down. He's winding down. Should I say we only have a few hours more? And analysts all over the world, keeping close eye on the election in the United States, are saying that Donald Trump is taking the lead. But Elon Musk, the financial backup for Donald Trump, has not said anything. I've been checking his tweets every second. I've been with him. Everything he's tweeting, but he's already trying to let people know that they have won. Israel is my student one here. You showed me some stuff on his phone too. Breaking news. Let me start from Honorable Lawi. Honorable Lawi, is this favoring you at all?
It's not favorable at all because I prefer.
Any Suro. Why would you say it's not favoring everyone?
It's not favorable at all because according to the, we are talking about life. We are talking about fairness. It's a rhetoric of being biased, rhetoric of
Honorable needs a calm down. See, last week, remember we were discussing that. Did they take this thing from Nigeria? Did Nigeria teach them how to do election in the US?
It is not about. It's about the rhetoric of Trump. It's going towards racism, and this one of the things that is not acceptable in Europe. We have seen a situation whereby somebody won because of immigration campaign. This is bias.
People voted and they showed evidences of how they vote.
No doubt.
Okay, is it a crime now that somebody is leading?
In Austria, there was a time somebody won because of that rhetoric. And you know what the European Union said? The man has to resign because it's not justified. It's not just fair.
All right, fine.
I'm telling you.
Honorable Larry, thank you. Fine. Okay. Let me hear from Mr. Ofino. Mr. Ofino, Donald Trump right now is leading.
Mr. Lekomoshebi, I want to crave for your indulgence. Please, I want to sing the American anthem in full. It's a request.
Only take the first time.
No,
we don't have time.
I said I need a favor from you.
Okay, fine. You have gotten your favor.
My favor is granted.
Yes.
I appreciate.
Go ahead.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light was so proudly we hail at the twilight last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight of the rampart we watch We are so gallantly streaming, and the rocket red glare, the bomb bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say thus by the star-spangled banner yet wave. Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Hey, I think you deserve a round of applause for that.
Wow.
Although that wasn't the Nigerian anthem.
Wow.
Israel will have to sing our own.
Wow.
Israel, where are you going? Israel, where are you going? Okay.
There is one thing we must understand about American history. In the year 1963, there was a great man, an activist by name Martin Luther King Jr. He organized a symposium in 1963 in Washington. He made an address that was so fundamental. He said 100 years ago, that was 1863, there was the abolition of slave trade, but yet Negroes are not yet free in America. There was no civil right for Negroes. There was no economic right for Negroes. He now came with what we call "I have a dream" speech.
Yes, and
that
speech is fantastic.
And I'm going to say how he said it. He said, "I still have a dream
that one day,
rooted in American dream, that one day this nation shall rise up and live up to its creed. We hold this truth to be self-evident, that all men are created equal." Then he went again to state further that I have a dream that my 4 children will one day live in a country
where everybody,
we shall never be judged.
Yes, by their skin color.
By the color of their skin.
Yes, you're right. But then,
not by the content of their character.
Very true. Let me ask you this. Where do you stand with the result we're getting from the election?
I am not an American voter, but the American public have spoken. But there is one thing you must know, that this election happened to be the most polarized election in US history. So dicey. There was personality attack between the Republican and the Democrat. There is one thing you must know about America. America is a land of race and class. You can see the billionaire class, they came out, they support a candidate.
Yes.
Then we saw the middle class too. We saw the ordinary American too. There was also the gender bias, because a lot of women supported their own too.
Okay, this is it. What I'm going to do is we'll quickly go marketing. Let's go make some money for the station. When we come back, we're going to have non-stop of 30 minutes talk. Remember, if you're watching us on social media and you're listening to our terrestrial broadcast, you're our third analyst on the show. There's a lot to talk about. We just spoke about the election in the US. When we come back, we'll go to Abuja, and then from Abuja, we're coming straight to Ibadan. Don't go anywhere. Thank you so much for being there.
On 103.5 FM.
Do you need a reliable and super fast unlimited internet for your business and home use? If yes, iWorld Networks is your solution with our uptime affordable internet via fixed broadband. No data caps and throttling. You can enjoy your distance learning, business meetings, and family time with our reliable internet. With 24/7 proactive customer support and 99.8% uptime. We also provide connectivity for offices, schools, financial services, hotels, government, etc. Chat with us on www.iwn.ng. iWorld Networks, we've got you covered. Sign up and get connected today.
You fit fly.
Do you
know the key to unlock your dreams of traveling abroad to different destinations like USA, Canada, UK, Australia, and other countries in Europe is at your doorstep?
All you need do is just pitch your tent with You Fit Fly, and we shall show you the world in comfort. Oh yes, we're still leading in ticketing, flight reservation, airport transfer, special vacation, hotel reservation, international travel consulting, tour package, travel insurance, and holy pilgrimage, and others.
If you therefore wish to study abroad or travel to different countries around the world, we are here to give you that opportunity.
At You Fit Fly office,
Block 8, Plot 15, 7 Up Road, Oluyole Main Estate, Ring Road, Ibadan, 0901 111 1190.
Website www.youfitfly.com. With You Fit Fly, you shall see the world in comfort.
Once you enter Ibadan to enjoy yourself and have a swell time in a swell place with sweet sensation, just go straight to Match Fort Courtyard Hotel and Suites. Match Fort Courtyard Hotel and Suites offers you A+ hospitality in a fantastic environment. Check out the rooms: standard deluxe, super deluxe, executive deluxe, junior suites, executive suites, presidential suites. Superb rooms like Royal Palace, constant air conditioning with sweet aroma and plasma TV all over the place. Executive VIP lounge and full bar, 247 power supply with relay of generator. Lovely swimming pools for young and old. Complimentary breakfast. Airport shuttle and car hire services. First class recreation facilities. Gym and spa. Nourish your body with local and intercontinental cuisine. Sunday buffet 11:30 to 4 p.m. every Sunday. Match Fort Courtyard Hotel and Suites welcomes you at number 2 Ebiadejumo Close off UCH second gate opposite Bottles Republic Lounge, Agodi GRA, Ibadan, your state. Telephone 091-1001-6995 and 091-3552-4814. www.matchfortcourtyard.com.
Egbewa Abroad Association of Nigerian Broadcasters Atobi Afe Alamilaka Gboregeji Peka káàkiri orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà. Alhaji Abdulrasaq Abdulgani GRA láàrẹ ẹgbẹ́ wa. Báyà máa ṣèkójáde àwọn olóyè ẹgbẹ́. Inauguration of the National Executive Council, Board of Trustees and Council of Elders. A máa ṣàwọn bàbá ẹgbẹ́ wa lọ́ṣọ̀ọ́. A tún máa ṣe fàmì ẹ̀yẹ dánilọ́lá. Bẹ́ẹ̀ la máa ṣe aṣọ lórí kíkọ́ ilé ẹgbẹ́ wa. National Secretariat ìpàdé di name of 21 Event Center Ring Road Ìbàdàn lọ́jọ́ Sunday November 17 ọdún yìí 2024. Àlejò wa pàtàkì ni His Excellency Engineer Ṣèyí Mákindé, gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́. Life patron wa Engineer Jubril Dọ̀tun Sanusi àtàwọn lókọ̀lókọ̀ tọkùlú jàǹkànjàǹkàn tó máa wà níbẹ̀. Tó fi máa wọn lẹ́ẹ̀kan tó máa gbàmì ẹ̀yẹ lọ́jọ́ yẹn. Àwọn olórin tí ó kọrin lòlù fún wájú ni Alhaji Musiliu Haruna Ìṣọ̀lá, Alhaji Rashidi Ayinde, Fẹ́mi Sola, Ìdòwú Santana àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Aṣọ àǹkárá tá a mú ní físà láti wọlé 5,000 naira péré lọ́pàá mẹ́rin. Ó ti wà nílé iṣẹ́ rédíò tẹ́tí ń gbọ́ wa yìí àti lọ́fíìsì president wa tó wà ládojúkọ Premier FM Ìbàdàn. Aago 12 ọ̀sán la máa bẹ̀rẹ̀. A ó máa retí yín o. Abroad
on 103.5 FM.
It is exactly 21 minutes past 10 on a Wednesday morning. You're listening to Honor 103.5 FM. Kozim is the man in charge of our media. He said I should tell our listeners that you could go to YouTube and you can get to watch us live on YouTube as well. Thank you, Kozim. That's a brilliant information. Go to YouTube right now, not just Facebook. You could go to YouTube. You could choose anyone, Facebook or YouTube. You'll get to see us live. And guess what? The third one, we are on TikTok as we speak. You can get to watch us as well on TikTok. So you got three platforms you can get to watch this program live: Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. When you get there, like, share, comment, and of course, like we always tell you, you're the third analyst on the show. We have discussed the presidential election. Now we're going straight to Abuja. Let's see what is going on in Abuja. A lot has happened in Abuja, but I'll try to discuss as much as I can because a lot too has happened in your state that we need to really talk about, Mr. Governor. But right now, let's go to Abuja. Governors of 19 northern states of Nigeria, under the platform of the Northern Governors Forum, at their meeting just on Monday, that's 2 days ago, expressed their opposition to the new derivation-based model for value-added tax distribution in the new tax reform bills before the National Assembly. The chairman of the forum, Governor Muhammad Inuwa Yahaya of Gombe State, read the communique. And Mr. President is saying he's not going to change his decision. Mr. President says, look, this is what I want and that's what I'm going to get. and I don't think I've been unfair to any part of the country as far as the new tax reform is concerned. Gentlemen, what would you like to say? Let me ask Mr. Honorable Olaoye.
Yeah.
Do you think Mr. President is right?
Yeah,
it is what you produce you get.
There was a time Mr. President was about to waived by the time they went to go and visit him. But later
he thought it later. That's like you always say. You have to have a rethink.
Yes. Yeah. And again, this reform is very good to the polity. Like they said, it is going to be devolved of multiple taxation. They have encumbered the taxation into a kind of system. According to the analysts, they made us to realize that there won't be any double taxation. And again, apart from it has always been like instead you are going to get what you get anyway. But the fact still remains that the people who are opposing to this tax have never read it through. They have not gone through the taxation system and see that it is going to be beneficial.
Are you saying that the northerners right now, the northern part of this country has just been taken from the country, but they are not given to the country?
They are not given to the country from time. They have never been given to the country, and they have not perused this tax reform. They are just rejecting it on the basis that it is not because according to the tenement of Islam, and it is not all the other states that are Muslim states.
That's true.
You are going to think about Taraba, you are going to think about Nasarawa, you are going to think about other states that are not Muslim states as well, that they have a kind of egalitarian society. So they are, even if it's going to be this tax, what the federal government proposed to the National Assembly, it is not bad. And I am telling you, they must test the water. They have to test the water of National Assembly, whether they are going to reject it or not. Let them go and reject it in National Assembly. Why do they have to go on here? And why do they have to be telling Mr. President that they are going to reject it when they have their own representative there who can be able to reject it?
All right, Mr. Ofino, our president said it is what you give, you get. Right? That's what he said. Tax reform. The governors of the northern states now are saying no. You have to split everything equally. If the north is getting 40%, let the east get 40%, let the west. That's what they are fighting for. Mr. President, they're saying no. What you produce to the country is what you get back in tax. What would you like to say?
There is one thing I like about nature. When you look at our fingers, they are not equal. There is one thing we must understand. One of the ways government generates revenue for national development is through tax. Tax has been the oldest ways government generates revenue. But there is one thing we must understand. What is value added tax? Value added tax simply means the tax levied on goods and services.
Thank you.
Being produced during the production process.
So why are they?
So there is one thing.
Why is the North against it?
No, there is one thing you must understand. There have been series of agitation in the past concerning restructuring. One of the ways of restructuring is this: fiscal federalism. 1, 2, resource control. 3, some people believe that we should have a new constitution. 4, some people believe there should be devolution of power. 5, some people believe that there should be what we call federal character principle based on equality. No, there is what we call the north-south dichotomy. It has been a problem. Nigeria is facing what I call foundational problem.
That's from that's from the British.
Yes,
that's from the Queen.
Yes,
the Queen was the one that caused that problem.
Built on mutual suspicion. Now there is one thing with it. Everybody want to be on the defensive. The North have a right to defend their own interests. What stops the southern governor doing the same thing? They are not doing anything. The North has been holding the southern protectorate to ransom for years. Let me give you an example of what happened of recent concerning the minors.
No, we're going there. We're going to that one. Then let me just ask you this: do you think Mr. President, for saying he's not shifting his ground, do you think it's fair?
No, for now there is one thing the president must understand. He's under oath to keep Nigeria one.
So is he keeping Nigeria safe if he decides to stand to his decision?
There is one thing with it. It's a dicey situation. Because when you are talking about Nigeria, you are talking about 36 states of the federation. And Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu sworn an oath to keep Nigeria one, that Nigeria is going to remain as an indivisible and indissoluble entity.
But the
He must not violate that oath.
As if violated by saying it is what you bring to the table you get.
But one of the protectorate are agitating that they do not subscribe to that.
You are not being straightforward the way Honorable Ayo was straightforward on this topic.
I'm talking
You are being biased.
No, I'm not biased. I'm talking about national unity.
Fine.
I'm talking about
National unity has to be tested in National Assembly. Let accept
that they are.
No, I'm not biased. I'm not biased. I want to correct that. I want to correct that.
I won't take it.
No, let me tell you what Mr. Aleko
economic team. The people who are in the economic team are the ones that initiated this bill, and the Northerners are part of it.
Let me tell you one thing. He's still going to. There is what we call executive bill. Do you understand? The president also enjoys what we call executive order. When the North gave Mr. President 24 hours to release those 8 minors, did he not comply?
No.
He complied.
You know, I've not gone to that topic.
He
Like
complied. I know what I'm saying.
I'll keep that topic for later. All I'm saying is this. Boko Haram were brought into this country. We know Boko Haram came into this country in a verge. There's something that happened. I don't want to go there as a topic. We all know, which is not a lie, that somebody said I'll make this country ungovernable for you. Am I correct, sir? Am I correct?
Yeah.
Yes. You guys know who said that famous statement. Anyway,
that the blood of Bull and Babu we mixed.
Okay, let's put that aside. The North haven't had lightning in 3 weeks. Till as we speak, they still don't have power in the entire North. They don't have any electrical power, and it's because the Boko Haram people are the ones that actually decided to go sabotage their own power line. They did it. They said they would rather want to be in dark. They would rather want to be in darkness. Now Mr. President was called upon about it. The Minister of Power to go and meet Mr. President. This thing was done by their people. They are the ones that did it. Now Mr. President has instructed the Minister of Power, go and fix this thing back. If Mr. President have decided not to do anything, what would you have said, Mr. Ofino?
There is one thing we must understand. Let us not.
Wait a minute. They ruined their own power source themselves.
No, there is one thing you must understand. When they say Nigeria is a corrupt country, I disagree, because that is a false fallacy.
Who brought in the Boko Haram?
There is one thing. There are terrorists everywhere in the world.
I agree totally.
You understand?
But in the
society
in the 80s and the 90s, there were no terrorists.
There is what we call social deviance. Don't we have social deviance in societies all around the world?
Honorable Lawi, let me. Okay, let's leave the tax. Let's go to something else, please. They're setting back the governor of the central bank, Mr. Wale Edun, had come out to say boldly. He even had a press conference, and I love that press conference. And I come out to say boldly that he has, Wale Edun.
No, he has no central bank governor.
Oh, sorry.
Cardoso.
Not Cardoso. Wale Edun himself, the special advisor to the press. He had come out to say that, let me quickly say, because I don't want to say it off my head, let me say the way he said it, before NBC will come and carry me and say, Alekon, you didn't say it like that. This is the way he said it. Let me quickly say the way he said it. Now, this is it here. Now, 25 million Nigerians have received 25,000 naira conditional cash transfer. Hope you got the figure. 25 million Nigerians, 25 million Nigerians, including me, you, Kozim, my GM, all of us, 25 million Nigerians have gotten 25,000 naira from the federal government. Now the federal government says that 25 million Nigerians, as far as the federal government is concerned, have so far received 25,000 naira each into their account. The Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale Edun, disclosed this just on Monday. Now, I want to ask, is this government, this APC government, are just outright liars, or there's a truth in it? Probably, at least your own family, nobody has called you from anywhere that they got 25,000. Cousin, has anybody called you from your family that they got 25,000? John Toriolong, he said no. So please, is this government a blatant lie of a government, or it's true? It's just that we haven't seen anybody that have gotten it, but they might be telling the truth. Mr. Ofino, you first.
There is one thing that Abraham Lincoln said. He said you can keep fooling all of the people some of the time, and some of the people all of the time, but you cannot fool all of the people all of the time.
Yes.
This issue of conditional conditional cash transfer, to him I see it as a conduit pipe for siphoning public funds
For the next election?
There is one thing you must understand. Assuming government have decided to invest this in micro and small scale businesses, it will stimulate economic growth. Assuming government decide to invest it in agriculture, the price of food will crash. But government is just giving it to some people. And don't be surprised, most of the beneficiaries are going to be political cronies of the government. Have never seen. How do you explain it? 25 million Nigerians, we are giving conditional cash transfer of 25,000 naira. I see it as a fallacy of generalization. It's a false fallacy. Let us be honest to ourselves.
So would you say APC is a party that lied?
No, it is Nigerians that are in the best position. I'm a public analyst.
Yes.
Nigerians are in the best position to judge APC.
But do you believe that money was sent?
I said to me, and for now I'm not convinced about that money. I'm talking on a personal ground. But Nigerians are in the best position to judge the APC government, whether they are telling lies or not. But those who are beneficiary, to be honest enough, let them come out and tell Nigerians.
All right, remember, you're our third analyst. If you're watching us on any of our media platform, which happens to be TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, listening to us on Radio Garden, you are our third analyst. You're also going to be part of it. All you need to do is go to TikTok, YouTube, Facebook. Once you are there, just comment. Let's read from you. I only have 2 physical people in front of me, but wherever you are listening to this show right now, trust me, we promise we're going to read your comments on all the topics we're talking about. The one that interests you, just go to TikTok, YouTube, or Facebook, and then you can comment on Honor 103.5 FM. That's where you can find us on any platform as far as the media is concerned. Honorable Lawi, 25,000 naira. I'm sure your wife has gotten an alert.
Yeah, I never doubted it, because the fact still remains that when you are talking about 25,
Mr. Lawi, speak up. It seems you are free to talk. You are talking like you are free to talk on this topic.
No, I am telling you.
You are an APC. You are an APC person.
Yeah, you asked me a question, and I'm
but
trying to
you were low. Your voice.
I am not low. I'm not low.
Okay.
I'm not low.
No.
The beauty part of it is that if a lot of people here see credit a lot of 1 million naira, they are not going to make any sound. They are just going to smile. In Nigeria, nobody seems to be trusting each other. And the beautiful thing about this is that the federal government has said they did cash transfer. They will make sure they did it based on NI and BVN. And I am telling you, the opposition party
Did the government do it?
I am telling you, 25 million is too small. It's just a drop in the ocean when you are talking about population of Nigeria, and nobody is going to tell you anything. I am telling you, I have there was a time, just a few years ago, probably about 16 years ago or 17 years ago, my house was boggled, and you know the funniest part of it, they went to the my landlord's flat, and they were able to collect 120,000 from the wife. And you know what my landlord said? He said she never told him
that she had money.
She had money, and she needed money, and the wife never told him anything. The same thing applicable to probably you and my wife. When my wife has money, they will make sure they keep some for their children.
So you are saying
people get money, they will not tell others.
The two of
and
them.
Again, those people who are going to get the money are not from Bodija. They are not from. They are not going to be from Agbo. They are not going to be from probably Olodo. They will be from people who are in Bere, Okeare, Diarere. Those downtrodden people, they were the one that have their data captured. Most elderly one are those that have their data captured according to what we learned.
So automatically you're saying Nigerians have Nigerians have gotten the 25.
Very small.
Nigerians have gotten the 25.
I am telling you, let the seller challenge the government, let the seller go to court and say they need, because we have BOIB, I mean, what's it called?
We have the BVN, yeah?
No, not even the BVN.
Okay.
The right of information.
Yes.
From the government.
Yes.
So let the setup do it. The setup are in the best position. We must try to go there to be able to challenge the government, so they can be able to know.
I'm sure Mr. Ofino will agree with you on that one. Do you agree? At least the federal government should try and space it out. Like, look at these are the list of those that have gotten it.
You know, when we are talking about public
That have
governance,
gotten the 25,000.
when we are talking about public governance, you are talking about what we call responsibility, transparency,
Thank
and
you very much.
accountability.
That's what he's saying. He's saying,
socio-economic right and accountability project set up. They can decide to ask the government who were the beneficiaries.
Yeah, from which bank? From which bank?
Then I'm going to ask a fundamental question: how was the vulnerable? How was their biometric data being captured?
Thank you very much.
Because we have the rural poor. We have the poor.
Honorable Olaoye just said it.
The poorest of the poor. We have the rural poor. We have the urban poor.
I went to a place yesterday, and the guy was into catfish agri business, and he was saying it is only the north that enjoyed it, and I disputed with him that is not the only the north. We are getting it, but some people are sitting on it. Probably in there, a lot of our civil servants who are going to be sitting on it, and they are going to give you a kind of condition before they can be able to release it to you. And you know what? He has experienced it. When the north are giving their people free things, even free money, free food, everything, our people, our brothers and sisters here who sat on
in
this
the West
will not give you out. They will make it a corner into themselves.
All right, I'm sure this will get to the federal government. We need to know those people that have gotten the 25,000. I've got a lot of people in the studios here, and nobody has agreed or accepted that their cousins, their friends, their brothers have gotten anything like 25,000. And of course, hey, the federal government, Sarah, do the right thing. Like Honorable Olaoye rightfully said, probably a lot of people have gotten, they just say not to talk about it. They just want to hide their faces. And like Ofino said, let's get to see this on paper. I don't trust this government. Fine. Let's move to something else that really concerns us from Abuja. And then from Abuja, we're coming straight to Ibadan. Remember, you're our third analyst. You, at home, at work, in your car, wherever you are, listening to us, go to Facebook, go to YouTube or TikTok, and then you make your comment on any of the subjects here that we've discussed that concerns you, and let's hear from you. And we're going to read all your comments, we promise. But now, let's make this the last one because we don't have time anymore. It started like this. The Nigerian Correctional Service denies detaining minors of the End Bad Governance protesters. And of course, they also said that they never detained any of them in the adult facility. But federal government, a lawyer, said they are adults and married men. He said those people that came to court that we all saw in the trending video, I'm surprised that the lawyer to the government, the lawyer himself to the government, said they are adults. They are even married with children. That our TV is the one that is giving us some fake images. But then, after all that happened and then the world came into it, President Tinubu has and then ordered the immediate release of all minors arrested and being prosecuted by the Nigerian police without prejudice to whatever legal proceedings ongoing. He has also asked that the humanitarian ministry should take care the welfare of the minors. As of yesterday, the minors were giving clothes to wear. You know, Nigerians, we love Ashoebi, so all of them want the same color, which is blue. And then the federal government decided to do Ashoebi for them again, give them food, and then they want to take them back to where they came from. There's a lot to this. The PPRO for the Nigerian police, the PPRO himself, Muyiwa, is a friend of mine. We both finished from UI here. Muyiwa came out to say something like, even if you're 7 years old, you're rightful to come to court and then they can jail you. I'm like, I called him, he didn't pick my phone. Immediately I sent him a message, like, Muyiwa, did you just say this? Muyiwa, you, a graduate of UI, said this word, you, 7 years, can be, So anyway, I don't know who I should start with. Let me start from Honorable Olaoye. Honorable Olaoye, you saw the video. Every TV station, our own station, we've put it on all our media platforms that these are the kids. I saw those kids, I'm like, married. These ones. Mr. Olaoye, Did Mr. President do the right thing?
I think the president did the right thing, and the fact still remains.
It's embarrassing.
It is not embarrassing. I will tell you, this is the beauty of law. This is the beauty of law and order. This is the beauty of orientation. Our northern brothers need to orientate their people a lot. What these people did,
it was the Russian flag. They did put up the Russian flag.
I am telling you sincerely, you cannot get away with that with any developed nation.
I agree.
But the fact still remains that a lot of these minors are not experienced. They've been exploited by some few people who dragged them to you, who paid for them, and they went and did what is wrong.
I agree.
Now, it is not about anything. It is not the northern elders or governors that came out and voiced out. It was because
it was Nigerians themselves.
The Nigerians themselves, it is Sarah. We can be able to know a lot of things through the Facebook or these media houses, because within the police, these people has been in the care of the police for a very long time, and when it's come to their jail time, the correctional center knew that this is wrong, and that is why it was exposed, and the Nigerians can be able to see it. And I know they are. I pray these northern leaders give their people a lot of orientation.
I'm highly disappointed in the PPRO. I am too disappointed.
It is not about the PPRO. It is not about the PPRO themselves. They've done something wrong. They would like to cover their own track as well. That is very true. That's very true. When you are talking about it, the social media can be able to. We saw all these people on social media. They are young, but still they are criminal. Assuming we have well-established system whereby the juvenile court and the juvenile prisons are there, these people are not going to go scot free. The sad part of it is that Nigerians built mosques and churches without the fundamental things. When you are talking about even the correctional center, juvenile center, where people who are wrong can be able to be penalized.
Okay.
Even these people get away with this, there is going to be serious chaos in Nigeria.
I agree with you 100%. You're right.
But
what they did was criminal. What they did was criminal. I agree.
And in the face of the world, the president don't want to look foolish.
Yes.
That is why
he decided to release them.
A word is power that they must release. And I believe they are going from this.
Minors. They were taken for end bad governance, the protest, and then yes, like you rightfully said, I saw the video, you saw it. They had the Russian flag and all that. Olaoye also said at least some people would have put them to it, all right, because they were just too young to understand what's going on. They were arrested. They have been kept in that prison for a long time, but as God will have it, they came to court and the judge, and these are kids. But then Mr. President said, let them go. Not just let them go, feed them, clothe them, let them get better, take them to exactly where they came from, and I want them to be orientated. What is your stand in this?
There is one thing I used to say. People don't just wake up to protest. When a protest is based on a just cause, that protest is morally justified. But here now we are talking about minors who decided to fly the Russian flag. Let's assume they have flown the American flag. What would this government have said? Because America happened to be one of the greatest ally of Nigeria. I stand to be corrected. There is one thing we must understand. The Almajiri system being practiced in the north poses a serious challenge to the peace and stability of Nigeria. Because when you look at these kids, most of them were taken probably from the Almajiris. Because if they were kids that were in school, it would be morally difficult for them to join in the protests. Why is it that when the protests occurred here in the south, our kids in the south never joined? It was adults that joined, not our kids, because our kids were in school receiving lessons. So those are the lessons we are going to learn. Then again, there is one thing you must know. No one is above the law. When you see a teenager wearing a suicide vest, Does it not pose as a danger?
It is. Yeah, it has.
To the life.
It has happened before now.
Do we not have teenage suicide bombers?
The Nigerian 17-year-old boy that wanted to blow.
Do we not have teenage suicide bombers?
Yes,
do we not have stone away?
Okay.
That poses a threat.
You know what?
To
Israel said we're running out of time. We still need to talk about the new secretariat of the PDP right here in Ibadan. We still need to talk about Sheyi Makinde for calling leaders of the People's Democratic Party to come together. We still need a lot to talk that is coming out from Ibadan. And of course, I must tell you, we're running out of time. Let's go commercial. I pray we'll be back to allow our callers to be part of, our third analysts to be part of this show. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to the Front Burner.
On 103.5 FM.
The essence of interior design will always be about people and how they live. It is about the realities of what makes for an attractive, civilized, and meaningful home environment. This is our foremost concern at Mr. Johnson Furniture and Interior Decoration. And this is why we stay faithful to your own taste, because nothing you really like is ever out of style. Mr. Johnson Furniture and Interior Decoration, we specialize in importing and delivering quality royal beds, sofas, lights, and doors to every home across Nigeria. We are located inside Duka Food Filling Station in Leura Junction, Akala Express, Ibadan. Call us up on 080-913-35706 or send a WhatsApp message to 090-445-30230. We don't just sell quality products. Our maintenance team is on standby to give free routine maintenance for a whole year after purchase. Mr. Johnson Furniture, our passion is to bring affordable luxury to every home and offices.
Ìsọjí agbára dé Revival 2024. Philippu Iwale Ministries in conjunction with First Baptist Church Awe presents Revival 2024 with the theme Who will roll the stone away for us? Matthew chapter 28 verse 2. Níbi tí wọ́n ti ń béèrè lọ́wọ́ ara wọn pé ta ni ó bá wa yí òkúta kúrò lẹ́nu bójì. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àrágbá yamuyamu agbára Ọlọ́run alààyè ń farahàn láti pàṣẹ iṣẹ́ ìránṣẹ́ áńgẹ́lì. Òkúta àdènà di yíyí kúrò. Ilẹ̀kùn ṣí ọ̀nà ńlá. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni nínú ìrírí agbára Ọlọ́run alààyè yìí ni Reverend Dr. Philippu Iwale yóò ti máa wàásù ọ̀rọ̀ Ọlọ́run alààyè pẹ̀lú agbára ńlá tí yóò máa la ọ̀nà fún oníkòjìkò ènìyàn. Ìsọjí bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti ọjọ́ àìkú Sunday ọjọ́ 10 oṣù kọkànlá títí di ọjọ́rú Wednesday ọjọ́ 13 oṣù kọkànlá 2024 láago 4 àbọ̀ ìrọ̀lẹ́ pẹ̀lú olùgbàlejò àgbà rẹ̀ ní First Baptist Church Àwẹ́ ìyẹn Reverend Dr. Peter Ajao. Kò tán síbẹ̀ onírúurú àwọn nǹkan amáyédẹrùn ni wọ́n mọ̀ pé tí àyẹ̀wò ìlera ọ̀fẹ́ yóò sì tún máa lọ ní fẹ̀gbẹ́kẹ̀gbẹ́. Ìpàdé di First Baptist Church Àwẹ́ ní November 10 sí November 13 2024 aago 4 àbọ̀ ìrọ̀lẹ́ nípàdé. Jésù lolúwa.
ọjọ́ kan òjò ó borí ẹgbàá ọ̀dá àṣálẹ́ orí ọ̀fẹ́ bí ìyẹn bá ti ń forí jágbójájò ti pẹ́ ó ṣeé ṣe kó jẹ́ ojú ọ̀nà lọ́jọ́ kan àṣálẹ́ orí ọ̀fẹ́ àìrójú àìráyè wàhálà lọ́jọ́ pípẹ́ lè rówó pẹ́ lálẹ́ ọjọ́ kan àṣálẹ́ orí ọ̀fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni Night of Grace 2024 ni mò ń sọ nípa rẹ̀ eléyìí tí Providence Baptist Church ṣàgbékalẹ̀ rẹ̀ èyí tó wà ní General Gas Road ìyànà Church Ìbàdàn tí ó máa wáyé ní ọjọ́ ẹtì Friday November 15 2024 nínú iṣẹ́ òru tí ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní aago 10 àṣálẹ́ 10 p.m. àkókò ìgbédìde ni àkòrí ìpàdé Moments of Lifting níbi tí àwọn ikọ̀ àtìríjú Olódùmarè yóò ti máa pàṣẹ agbára orí ọ̀fẹ́ sínú ayé oníkòjìkò èèyàn tó bá wà ńbẹ̀. Reverend Ọláwuyè, Reverend Jacob, Pastor Akin Ọ̀pátọ́lá, Reverend Dr. Philip Oyewale, olórin ẹ̀mí àṣálẹ́ ọjọ́ náà ni Lady Evangelist Wùnmí Babalọ́lá. Nígbàtí Reverend and Mrs. John Adika yóò máa jẹ́ olùgbàlejò. Ìpàdé di ọjọ́ Friday 15th November 2024 at 10 p.m. prompt. It's moment of lifting again. Orí ọ̀fẹ́ yóò sọ̀rọ̀ wá sì rí tiẹ̀ ṣe tó bá lè wà ńbẹ̀. Jésù ni Olúwa.
Ọlọ́run ìfúnṣẹ́ ìyanu tí ó ti fi hàn.
Ó tún ti yàtọ̀ òjò péjọpọ̀ yìí Olúwa nínú ẹwà mímọ́ rẹ̀. Ọdún kẹrin rèé tá a ti ń ṣe Father's Delicacy Concert pẹ̀lú Bukky Gold and the Golden Voices. Ọdún ìtumọ̀ lékenkà àkórí rẹ̀ ní Abba. Ó máa wáyé lọ́jọ́ Sunday November 17 ọdún yìí ní The Voice of Yahweh Prophetic Ministry tó wà number 2 Ayétòrò Street Olúṣèyí bus stop off Sango Ẹlẹ́yẹlé road Ẹlẹ́yẹlé Ìbàdàn. Aago 2 ọ̀sán lè tó máa bẹ̀rẹ̀. Àwọn ìránṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run lóko ọ̀tọ̀kù jàǹkànjàǹkàn ló máa wà ńbẹ̀. Tájọ́ máa yin Olúwa. Bẹ́ẹ̀ làwọn olórin ẹ̀mí bíi Evangelist Abọ́sẹ̀dé Adéìwà, Ṣẹ́gun Adéwọlé Kòkòrò Dábírà, Sáàmù Àpàlà, Ayọ̀mídé Ògo Àgbáyé, Evangelist John Fálẹ́yẹ àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Aṣíwájú Wálé Lawal bàbá promo lólùgbàlejò. Jésù retí rẹ o.
Ẹ bá mi dúpẹ́ bá mi gbéga ẹ bá mi gbé Jésù ga lágbára ńlá ó yá.
103.5 FM.
I'm really confused of what to do next. We're completely out of time. We still have a lot of things to talk about, but remember, you're my third analyst. You are listening to us at work, at home, and in your car. I want to say thank you, but you can be part of the show. We're going to be going to your comments now. We're going to be checking that. Israel is doing that for me. But then you can call us as well on 09151 035555. 09151 035555. Or you can call us on 091 3500 1035. Thank you so much, Israel. We have too many comments here. This one says well done. That's from Farouk. This one says welcome on board, sir. That's Ade Ola. And of course, we're still going to be expecting what you want to tell us about your own view as far as the topics we've discussed is concerned. Now let's quickly go to one thing we need to talk about before we leave the studios. We must discuss it. The governor of Oyo State, Engineer Seyi Makinde, has come out to say that in 2027, the next election, the federal election that will bring up the next president in 2027, the governor of Oyo State has come out boldly to say that it's going to be a competition between APC and Nigerians. He didn't mention any other party. He just said Nigerians know what they have gone through so far, and the next election is only going to be between the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and Nigerians. So he has to compete with Nigerians, not with any party. That whichever party that is to compete definitely would have to be the PDP. Now, Mr. Ofino, in one sentence, what would you like to say?
The statement credited to His Excellency Engineer Seyi Makinde, the executive governor of Oyo State. I see that statement as a political satire. Because it was supposed to be, the contest is going to be between APC and PDP.
So are you saying the governor...
That was what he was supposed to say.
He's saying that Nigerians are now PDP.
No, that was what he was supposed to say.
And so in his own statement...
Because he is a politician. In the United States, it has been between the Republican and the Democrats.
Yes.
They will never say the election is between the Republican and Americans. No, you say it's between the Democrats and the Americans. No, it must be between APC and PDP. That was why I said that statement. I see it now as a political satire.
The next election is going to be between APC, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and Nigerians. That's what the governor said. The governor said it's going to be between APC and Nigerians.
But it is going to be between APC and other political party, whether PDP, whether AHE, whether, because you cannot overlook any other party. But Engineer Seyi Makinde is just being hypocritical because he's part of the system.